Hello, everybody. Apologies for being a few minutes later than I meant to be, but there are some things going on in the background that I could not avoid, even though I definitely tried to make sure everything was taken care of before I was to be on live. Let me just do a tech check really quick so that we can all see and hear, make sure I am in the correct place before we start and jump into everything. Where is my sound? Okay, perfect. All right, and I should be able to see your comments as well. So welcome, beautiful people. This is the second part of the Fall Into Good For You video series. Now, it is time to choose good for you. For you, good for you is to choose to reconnect to exactly who you were always meant to be, and to choose good for you is to choose love, to choose freedom, to choose to create a positive impact on you first and foremost, but with love, hope, health, and joy, increasing the possibility to have a beautiful ripple effect of good for all. And it's definitely time to become now and future focused. Remember who you are, remember God, and when you do this, you are going to start to look and feel 10 years younger by awakening that magical, marvelous fabulousness that's buried within you. Now, you might have caught on, if you've been watching and listening to my content for some time, you might have caught on that it's even deeper than just feeling and looking good. But that's why you're here, because ultimately, who doesn't want to max out this life here on Earth and look amazing and feel amazing while we're doing it? So, cheers to that. Get the sparkly glass. Hopefully, by the end of today's live, you'll better understand all of the balance and the hope and the love that's going to be flowing through this process for you. And what this can mean for you is that it's within the context of your journey. It's within that reflection, that introspection, the desires that are flowing, and a whole lot of out with the old, in with the true, I like to say, to raise your vibration, enable your energetic capabilities, enable your physical healing, and move you closer towards looking and feeling younger and more vibrant. So if you stay until the end, you'll also learn more about how you can work with me, what's coming up next, what is happening in the Deb K Live world. What? Did you hear that? You're listening. Okay, but before we jump in, please do, as you're jumping on the live, say hello, drop down in the comments a big hello. Where are you watching from? I would love to know that. Share a little something about that. It's so fun to see where everybody is in the world. And if you are on replay, hashtag replay and where you are watching from. So please do, if you enjoy my content, like the page, share the page with your friends. If there's anybody, friends or family that you may know that would benefit from my content, please do share. Also, feel free to join my private Facebook group. There's more content in there that is not on this page, and it is a safe area for you to get more in depth in questions and answers and all of those sorts of things. So you can, of course, drop questions below here on the live. If you're on live, I will answer those before the live ends. And if it's later in the day on replay, I will come back and answer those for you as well. Now, all of my videos are all available on replay, so you can check the playlist here on this page. You can check the guides in my private Facebook group, and you can check the playlists on my YouTube channel. I know, I keep saying I'm going to expand, and I will. There's things that need to be, some ends that are loose that need to be tightened up in the background, and then it will be a little more pedal to the metal. All right, if you're new, you don't know anything about me, well, welcome. Your fairy godmother has arrived. I am Deb K, and I am here to help you go from feeling flat to feeling fun, flirty, and fabulous every single day, to becoming the youiest you that you can be, and to be celebrating this most magnificent life that you're creating that's just going to light you up. Now, what I share today may or may not be different to what you currently understand, but please just allow this information to flow with you. Feel the truth of it, let it settle, and ask any questions you have that you need clarity on. Now, several months ago, maybe even a year, I created the Look and Feel Marvelous video series. If you haven't caught that, it is more around my Joy Vitality framework that I created, which is an energetically expanded and evolved creation culminating from my very own journey towards magnificence. Now, this is like from over the past few years that this has been created. It is how it's now evolved into now and future focused energy, and how I help women just like you to become youthfully joy-filled, magnificently marvelous. And these are the exact steps that I took to become a beautifully whole, sexy, vibrant woman who's able to embrace exactly who I am and look and feel marvelous doing it. My journey's been truly magical. It's been truly transformative, and I am so honored to be like your very own fairy godmother and help you hold your hand along your journey as you are embarking on your way to create your roadmap to your very own fountain of youth by awakening that magically marvelous fabulousness that's buried within you, for you to become the youiest you that you can be, and to feel hope, health, and joy on the daily. Now, when you live the Joy Vitality framework, you can make the ordinary extraordinary. You can celebrate you. You can celebrate this most magnificent life you're sharing, creating, and sharing. I'm sure you're sharing it with somebody or something. And you'll just feel so lit up, and you'll look and feel marvelous while you are doing it. So I say cheers, cheers, cheers to that. Now, where are we? Today, you can choose good for you. This is simple. You can choose to remember exactly who you are, your truth self, your soul. It was as it was originally created by God, created in the beauty and the love and the truth and the light of God. Now, this is good as defined by God. We are all good. Just the choices we make. So make the choice, choose good for you, and choose to align to the ultimate choice, to looking and feeling absolutely marvelous and fabulous, and you, being you, looking you. And when you live life this way, there's no stopping good for you and good for all. So let's go. Let's talk about how you get there. Now, this week, we're going to focus on the context. This is going to be how you are starting the process and seeing it through. And if you're more seasoned, if you've been on your journey, on your roadmap for a while, that's fine. This is going to be how we're seeing it through at the step you're at the place you are at the moment you're at the phase you're at. It doesn't matter if you're brand new or if you're somewhere further down the line, or even if you're well into advancement. We start where you are and we go from there. The process is the same, but it's always unique. And so there will be differences depending on where you are in your journey and who you are and what your energy is like and what your energetic design is. It's all such a beautiful design specifically for you. So, at some point, though, if you're near the beginning, you're going to go through the believe releasing process, and you're going to experience energetic and physical healing through this process. Now, this is to say that it depends on how fast you go and how much of your low vibration you are getting pushed out of the way and bringing in high vibration to replace it and to store it in its place. The timing all depends on how much, like, what do you desire and what is your desire? Maybe you have a desire to not move fast through this process. Maybe you have a desire to, focus on one area of the process more than another area. And it may surprise you what it is. It may be that you go into it thinking, I want to get from point A to point B in X amount of time. But what you really want is to get to point C, or maybe to point A and a half. in Y amount of time. Who knows? So sometimes you don't know what you really, truly want or desire until you start down the path of what you think you want and desire. And that is such a beautiful thing, for sure. So you start the process, no matter where you are at. You start the process. You're going to see it through. If you haven't been through the believe releasing process, this is great. I'll talk about this in a way that you'll understand if you're brand new, but please remember, if you're not brand new, you can help yourself as well by translating how this would be in the process for you in the step you are at. So maybe you're shoring up truths you already created during the believe releasing process. Maybe you're well beyond that and you're into evolvement, and it's more about having more understanding around the truths you have in your living and how they are transforming into more. So the believe releasing process is a God-given process. Anybody could receive this, could understand this, but Fifth Dimension Earth documented it in a book called Believe. Highly recommend it. It is amazing, and there is so much advancement in the book. Even if you are seasoned and you don't know this, go back and read the book. If you've read it, read it again. And you don't have to read it in order. I read it in order because that's my design, but I think nearly everybody else that went through the process around the same time I did jumped around. I don't know if anybody read it in order until we actually had a book club about the believe releasing process. It was about the book Believe, and anyway, it was amazing. I think I still have the videos for that, or I can point you in the direction where it may be. But oh yes, they definitely, at least the first season, the first season is in there. So I know where to point you exactly. Comment below if you want me to point you there. Okay, so what happens is you're going to feel an overall shift in emotions from fear to love, from fear to love, also to hope, freedom, and as you let go, you're going to start to feel better and feel good using the process. So there's tools that are provided with the process so that you have direction, you have something that you feel is more tangible to work on, and it creates true lasting change. The believe releasing process has 5 steps. The first, I don't think I'm going to go into super duper detail on this, because there are places you can catch my other videos where I do go into a lot of detail. Your higher self is going to highlight low vibration to you that needs to be addressed, and it's linked to a key experience that you've had. So it's not just another bad day. This is actually something like that you may have the same feelings or experiences popping up constantly, and this is because it's your higher self just prodding you to, come on, we got to do something. We got to do something about this. Now is the time. You wanted this. You wanted this, whether you remember consciously or not. Your soul remembers that you wanted to go through this journey. Let's start. Here's this experience. Here's this experience again. Here it is. Oh, you thought you dealt with that? Here it is again. It's great. It really is really beautiful by design. Now, what's going to happen in the next step is that you're going to learn how to get to a place of tranquility when your higher self is poking and prodding you to do something about the experience that you're having. And you'll learn to get to a place of tranquility, even if it's just a notch below what your emotions are in the situation. And you will receive the experience and the emotions from your higher self. It's like watching a movie play. It's not meant for you to feel awful or anything like that. It's meant for you to be like you're sitting in a theater watching somebody else's story on the movie screen. So you're like an outside observer almost. And this helps with step 3, which is further understanding about the experience that can be applied to a broader connection to the events. So there's going to be a lot of insight coming about why others during this experience acted the way they did, why you acted the way you did, insight around how to maybe help change your perspective about the whole situation. This is definitely the hardest step of the whole belief releasing process, because it's not really about forgiving, but it is about finding compassion and love for anybody else and also for yourself in any experience that is having links to fear-based emotions. So you really do. This is so important. You have to find love for your experience. Things don't just happen because life's crap. Things happen because you wanted it to happen. You created the situation for it to happen because you wanted to learn and have the growth from it happening. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow for some of you, but once you're in the belief releasing process, or even on the other side of it, or mostly through it, you will understand that and you will embrace that with so much love for your journey. You really, really, truly will. And that's why I just want to say that if you find somebody who is a belief accredited practitioner, there's only 3 or 4 of us, and I'm one of them. Somebody who has been through this, understands how to move you through the process, and can help hold your hand along the way. You have found gold. You have found gold. I say do it. I did most of mine completely on my own. I had a little bit of support when it was needed, but it was almost like my soul wanted to do most of the work on my own with not much hand holding. I did have some hand holding though, because there is benefit to that. But it was so I could be prepared to be able to help all of you to be through the process in the best way possible for you, and have all of that experience of doing it the hardest way, which was the best way for me. So I could help everybody have a little bit of a leg up and not have to maybe suffer is a harsh word, but maybe not have to suffer as much through their experience. So the next step is actually a 2-parter. So when you find love for yourself and others, you can create truths. Now, this is what is going to help move you from fear to love and create a whole different perspective of yourself and a deeper understanding. And then that truth is going to get applied to so many different experiences that your mind has actually like grouped together. And at some point you can create what's called a journey level truth. And this is going to apply to most of your past experiences and memories. It's like a supersizing of the belief releasing process. It's like a silver bullet almost to just knock down a lot of fear-based experiences and emotions all at once, like dominoes. Love. I love it. So, you'll start to really feel good. You'll really have turned down that dripping tap of emotions running in the background of negativity, low vibration. And I also like to think about that spigot keeps going and turns up the feel good. It turns up the dripping tap of love. We'll get you there. So the last step is just to let go. It's to let go of the habitual ways of being heavily influenced by your subconscious mind. Now your subconscious mind is like starting to relabel stuff, but then it's like, wait, what's happening? Like, I don't know about what? How do I live like this? What? This is new. What? Your subconscious mind wants to protect you and does not really enjoy things changing unless your subconscious mind is in control of that. And this is like a trip switch to get your subconscious mind on board. So you're gonna find yourself feeling resistant to actually believing that you have created truths, that you have moved towards a love labeled existence through this process, and that's okay. The way to freedom is getting into an expectant mind state, and you start this process by acting like the new changed you, by remembering that you've created these truths and by living these truths, and this will help you manage your transitional vibration throughout the day. So there's a lot more to this. We could go on for years and years and years talking about it, but it's through living your truths, which is a whole other chunk of things we will talk about in a different week, that you will really, really shore up that subconscious mind sticking around into the expectant mind state more of the time than not. Okay, so what is a benefit of all of this is that physical healing will start to occur automatically, in conjunction with the emotional healing. So when you're out of physical alignment, your vibration is out of alignment. And when your vibration's out of alignment, it's going to have your emotional alignment out of alignment. Your vibration's altered. If your emotional alignment's out of whack, it affects your physical vibration as well, and that comes out of alignment. That causes disease and not feeling good. The opposite of feeling good. So what we're going to do is, as you're going through the believe releasing process and creating more truths and filling yourself with more love and high vibration, what will happen is that your transitional and stored vibration will be influenced. They will be filling with love. They'll be letting go of the low vibration. And the more vibration that you have, the better you physically feel. The better you emotionally feel too. But it all is interrelated. So with physical alignment from feeling good comes greater physical, emotional, and spiritual energy. And this physical balance is available to every single one of you, even if you've had health issues for some time. You guys may have heard my story. I'm not going to go into it in depth today. It feels like this is a very long video for some reason. I'm going to try and compress that feeling a little bit so it's a little more light and jovial. But I have had so many things that I have been diagnosed with, and I think zero people could tell unless I shared exactly what that was with them. And that's because I did this process. And with my emotional healing, with my low vibration changing to high vibration through the work I put in, my physical healing occurred. So much of it completely automagically on its own. And then there were things past that we'll talk about later in the roadmap that I specifically targeted to hurry them along. So it's pretty awesome sauce. Cheers to health. Now, in doing all of this with your very own wonder and magic, when you take time to reflect your journey in context, you are going to have a better understanding of you. And you're going to have a better connection to God. And what this means is that you can become that youthfully joy-filled woman. You can become magnificently marvelous. You can celebrate you and this life you're creating. You can make the ordinary extraordinary. You can feel hope, health, love, and joy on the daily. And you get to be creating your very own 10 years younger roadmap to your fountain of youth, which is pretty spectacular. You're going to be doing this. Nobody else is creating it for you. You get to be the creator of it. Super, super awesome. Okay, so let's talk about, let me see. I don't see any questions yet. Okay, so let's talk about what is coming up. Next week will be the third video in the Fall Into Good for You video series. It will be on Thursday, generally around 9 a.m. We'll see what happens. And then Coffee with Deb K, awesome life guidance for your body, mind, and soul, will be on Wednesday, September 27th. This month's topic is Nourish. All the events for everything are up. You can click on them, scroll through, find events, click on events, and click them so you get your reminders. Let me see what else. I don't know if I have any there's no other specials running right now. Oh, there is. Okay, so if you're looking for some great skincare, I mean like top notch, you guys, don't look at my birth date, but if you just guessed how old I was in physical years, most of you would think I was 10 to 15 or 20 years younger than I am. And that is to say something. That is like a testimony to what this process, the believe releasing process, plus my entire Joy Vitality framework has done. But you can work on the outside in too. I started with actually a really good skincare regimen. That was the first step to me starting my journey, my spiritual journey. So you could join this month free if you're looking for some great skincare products, and you'll receive 10% off anything you order, plus a whole lot of other goodies along the way. And I am getting the fall fashions. I haven't had a chance to do it. I'm going to pick some really great fall fashions that I love and add them to my Collect-In app. So anything you're interested in, just check up in the one link above and you can find everything up in there. If you have questions, you can't find something, please do let me know, because I'll be able to direct you to the correct place or just DM you directly whatever you need. Okay, so you guys, as your very own fairy godmother, I am devoted to compassionately creating the change that you desire, to look and feel 10 years younger with hope, health, and joy along the way. All of my coaching programs are updated. They're one-to-one programs now, and they're updated in now and future focus energy. They're here. They're open for booking. So spots are limited. I have a very enthusiastic, energetic schedule. Let's put it that way. So spots are limited, the places are limited. So if you know you're ready right now to jump in and start your journey on your roadmap, get your spot locked in. And if you're not sure which next step is right for you right now, book in for a free Fountain of Youth discovery call. We can discover that together. That's also, all of that's also up in the link above. You can find it there. And I want to thank you all for being here and to say it is time to stop feeling flat and start feeling fun, flirty, and fabulous every single day. It's time to start awakening that marvelous, fabulous, fantastic awesomeness that's buried within you, and start feeling 10 years younger by doing this. All right, I will see everybody next week for video 3 of the Fall Into Good For You series, and I am sending you so much love. Bye-bye.